just want to warn you, before starting this episode straight away, my voice is about to go. But when isn't it? As welcome back, guys, to episode number 5 of the Sunderland season number 3 Road to Glory. Not particularly with Sunderland, but that's where we are today. As after the last episode, should have watched it. Swings and roundabouts, I'd really say not the best. I'd say more roundabouts, more bad edges, as we didn't do too great. And I am going to show you, we had quite a few L's in that month. 2 wins and 5 losses, which isn't really good enough. As today, we have Bournemouth away, which we are going to play. That rhymes. We're going to play Derby as well, because they are bottom of the league. We need to try and get a win right there. Brentford, Portsmouth, and Lincoln. And we are going to play Lincoln City, because of the rivalry that they have with Grimsby Town. And of course, I am a Grimsby fan, if I haven't said a million times. As we also start off today in 20th, and I'm going to do another link to one of these because it happened last time and it worked a lot. Of course, subscribe if you're not already, but go and follow in the description below the socials. Instagram is down there, Twitter is down there too, that I'm trying to use a lot more, but of course, you guys keep me going with that. So hopefully you drop a follow right there, as today we're going to get straight into this first game against Bournemouth, who are 15th. So they're not doing that great in the league, and we do have a fully fit side. That's very encouraging, but what needs to be better, of course, is the result. The Tyne-Wear derby last time out, because that was terrible. As Babadinga's in goal, Matheson, Burgess, Doyle and Thompson at the back, with Valley, O'Nien, Zambrano and Moreno on the wing. He needs to improve a lot, with Pritchard in cam and Campbell up front. But one thing I am going to do as well is I'm going to change it to the narrow way, because all the players are still on the things. The tactics should work better in this formation. And of course, we're not just fully stuck out wide. And a stat that we don't want to show anymore after this is the lowest scoring team in the league. We've got 11, and 6 of those are from Tyrese Campbell. That means 5 goal scorers, apart from him. Not really good enough, is it? And Pritchard's got a couple of them himself, so we've got to try and do well in this game. Of course, gone off the red suit for this one as well. Got the coat on, because it is a rainy day on the south coast, which hopefully can be a good day. These are struggling a little bit this season, might have lost players, and hopefully that plays an advantage to us, as it's going to be. Will Dennis in goal, Jack Stacey, Steve Cook, Jordan Zamora and Ere Comert at the back, with Jefferson Lerma, Ben Pearson and Emery in the midfield, with Eze, Glover and Rogers. That looks very, very young. Very young, apart from like Lewis Cook, the captain, or Stephen Cook, should I say. I can see why they're struggling a bit. So let's get into them, shall we? As Eze spins on the spot right there, gets a pass off to Glover, who is a striker I haven't heard much about at all. And now Rogers, he must have stayed after his loan deal, I think from Manchester City, where he was. A very, very good potential striker, him. As we've got a run on right here, it's Moreno. He puts the ball through to Campbell, looking first time. Campbell on the back of Cook. I like the intent. Still didn't really work though, as now Zambrano forward to Campbell. What can he do right here? Moreno making a good run round the back. He hasn't scored much as Moreno! And that was a big chance to do so. Blocked though, and it hit Cook on its way out, so it will be a corner. Should be 1-0 to us already though, and should be us back on form. However, Campbell diving for it. Kicked away from the defender. And they've got a run on right here as well, after it should have been 1-0 to us. They're coming forward, Eze, with a ball in the middle, and Burgess had to do very well to block that one, as now we're going to switch this across into Moreno again, as Moreno's going to look for Campbell. They're trying to link up a lot in this game, which I don't mind, as Campbell get that out to Matheson, who's coming forward from right back, but tackled too easily for his liking, as I'm not the biggest fan of Matheson so far. As now Pearson in the middle to Glover. Glover gives it to the side into Emery. Emery onto Rogers right here. They're moving forward to Bournemouth. The right back still not back, because that's easy for Babadinga. And Eze with the ball in the middle now to Pearson, as Ben Pearson just cuts back right there and puts a good ball over the top, as now we need to be right side of this guy. Bournemouth slightly growing into the game a lot better right here, as now Thompson had to make a good tackle right there and did, as it's almost half an hour in, and we really should have been 1-0 up through that Moreno chance, as Emery tries to cut past us, does. Thompson's got a man running in behind him, but tries to go to Eze, as the pass is not a good one. And Bournemouth, although having a lot of the ball, aren't doing good stuff with it, so we've got to make sure we do punish, as that is terrible from Tyrese Campbell. And it's almost half time in what's been a very uneventful first half, as they're going to end with a corner though. Doyle with a terrible header outwards, which she kind of should have stopped from going out, as now it's going to be them to cross it in. What can they do? It's going to be Lerma towards the back post, headed away, but Headed onto his own player and Babadinga had to catch us. That's half time. 0-0. I'd say we deserve to be in front, but they've had a lot more of the ball, so again, swings and roundabouts. As we need to try and get straight back into this in this second half. Burgess into Pritchard. Let's get stuck in. Pritchard out wide now to Thompson, as Thompson's got the pass easily into Luke 09, who's tried to step to the side and has done rather well. Tried to get that across the field to Moreno, but didn't work out. Still keep the ball. Zambrano, and that's terrible. Imeri was always going to get to that, as now Rogers tried to put the pass past Burgess. Still they've worked back to go forward, as now Glover is going to try and get past our defence right here. Gets one out to the wing. Ize, he's got the run in front of him. It was miles offside, so Thompson's going to try and watch him out as he's nutmegged Thompson, but Thompson actually still keeps it, and this is a chance to attack, I feel like. Let's get running at them, shall we? They've only got 4 at the back, but Pritchard is terrible, as it's talking about the Europa League. Borussia Dortmund versus Bournemouth. I'm guessing Bournemouth must have won the Carabao Cup or the FA Cup or something, but that's not what I expected to hear at all. Maybe they're rotating for that competition, as that's a good ball up to Campbell. Campbell sits his man. 2 players running after each other and falling over one another. So Luke 09 on the edge tries to... Well, I don't know what he was trying. He never released the ball, did he? Zambrano with it in the middle right here. He gives it into Pritchard, and Pritchard into Moreno. I see you, Tyrese Campbell. We're going to try and get there around the side again. And this is Campbell. It's one good touch. He's going to fire it across net, and he's going to put it in the bottom corner. It's 1-0 on the hour mark to the Black Cats. And of course, who else but the man with 7 goals. It's been a long time coming in this game, but it's a great ball in behind, and it is a great finish. As I am going to put Elliot Embleton on. Put the Sunderland through and through lad on, as that's a great finish into the bottom corner. The number 29 keeps us afloat. I mean, he is dragging us out of this relegation battle single-handedly. Absolutely immense player, as I've gone and took Matheson off for Bailey Wright. Of course, we don't have 2 right-backs, so I've got to try and rotate him as much as I can, Matheson, and with us winning, I thought I'd go for it, as that's a terrible pass, but Embleton still to pick up on it. Down this wing, it's Luke 09, and the ball just skipped away from him a little bit, as now Imeri in the middle to Ben Pearson, who hooks one out wide, and this could be a chance, but Dominic Thompson coming across for the tackle, and Jack Stacey on that. I mean, I don't know how Bournemouth are actually doing this well with the team they've put out, because now I know they're in the Europa League, now I know why they've rotated us. That's a ball over the top, Embleton to head it down straight away, and Pritchard to poke it onto Tyrese. I mean, it's going to be difficult for him to run on his own, but I'm going to turn this back for a switch, and what a terrible idea, as it's now Scrimshaw on the ball, and he puts one to the side right here as Imeri. That was a P-roller, wasn't it? How have we conceded that? How sloppy was that from us? Tyrese Campbell tried to switch it, and they've just P-rolled it into the bottom corner. Babadinga, what are you doing? I mean, let's have a look at this. We even lost the ball again. Scrimshaw, let's give it to the side. And that's a terrible attempt of a save. 1-1 with Bournemouth after utterly dominating. We cannot keep leads, as now Zambrano finds Embleton out wide though. Going to look to try and get back into it, but a good tackle from Zamora, as we did terribly right there. And the pass is forward. We've literally got, what, 8 minutes in game. That's terrible. As Wright gets a pass off to Zambrano right here, and Elliot Embleton on the ball, as they're going to give this into Tyrese Campbell. Valehi, look at the pace on that run. Can he get past Jack Stacey? He can. It's Valehi in the box. It hits it at Dennis. That was the chance. The winger hasn't been involved in much this game, but that was a big opportunity to take the lead, and he has missed it, as it's almost full time right here. Just chasing shadows at the moment. Let's make sure we don't concede though, as Cormet in the middle. It's 2 added minutes, which I don't think we're going to get to the other side with. However, we do have the ball. Zambrano push that forward as he tried to push it forward, but not a good one. And Lerma onto Ize, going backwards, and that's full time. 1-1. 1-1. That almost feels as bad as the derby, because we deserved 3 massive points there. I have no idea at all how we haven't won that game. But we haven't, as we move on to Derby County next. As how far up are the other teams that we played today? Brentford, and I think it is Portsmouth. As where are they? Brentford, well, I can't see them anywhere. They're in 12th. I said the wrong thing there. And Portsmouth in 20th. Derby aren't bottom anymore, actually. They're in 21st. But we're going to try and put them bottom, as we do play them 3 teams below us today. That's very, very interesting. As I might have to simulate this one instead then. How far is the next game off? We've got 3-day rest before Brentford. and then a week after for Portsmouth. So yeah, I'm going to simulate Derby, play Portsmouth and play Lincoln, because they are teams from the league below, so should be worse on teams, as we're going to play the same team for the Rams. And can we get a result? We do. Get in there. Luke 09 with the goal, as that looks like an uneventful game. Only 09 scoring and getting booked himself, but that makes up a little bit for the 3 points dropped in the last game. So back a little bit, I guess. Back a little bit, as we're going to simulate this next game as well. Simulation City at the moment, as the Bees are now 10th, and we are going to simulate these, even though they are the higher team out of all of us. I'm going to go ahead and do it, and I'm going to use the same team that is now unbeaten in 2. Can we make it 3? It's going to be a challenge against Brentford, as we do lose the game 3-2, and that's quite hard to take that at home as well, as Paulinho and Presley put them 2-0 up, with Luke 09 getting one back. Then Oyinka made it 3-1, and Moreno tried to put the pressure on late on, but looks like it wasn't enough. Another 3 points gone. We are just hovering around this lower mid-table, but hopefully we can get away from it now. 2 teams below us. We have Portsmouth and we have Lincoln, with full rested teams, should I say, for these games. I think we should kind of be alright, as Portsmouth, they should be below us, as Canada, unfortunately, I do not want to be our manager. I'm afraid I only want to focus on club football. Yeah, they're 23rd now, so they've actually dropped a lot. So we're going to get into the press conference as well. And who do we have, just out of curiosity, after Lincoln? We have Barnsley, QPR, and Birmingham, who kind of are down there themselves before the huge busy month. But let's get on with the task at hand and, excuse me again, try and beat Portsmouth. And the hosts, Gavin Banzunu in goal, Callum Johnson, Clark Robertson, Sean Raggett, an ex-Lincoln man himself who we play next, and Vincent at the back with Tunnicliffe and Morrill in the midfield, Jewett, White and Harness on the wings with Quigley and John Marquis. So we're at Fratton Park, no Chris Kamara in sight, the checkered design on the pitch is just iconic, and hopefully the result will be as well. Zambrano straight away on the ball right here. He's drilling his way forward. Gives one into Lucas Matheson, and we need to try and get goals urgently in this game, I feel like. Got to try and get ourselves back on form as 09 right here. Tyrese Campbell was making a bit of a move, but I just went for a shot, and I didn't even get the shot off that time. Defender just stole it straight from his feet, which does happen a lot, to be fair. As now Campbell, looks like he's got a bit of a pace boost right here. Put that across the box, head that in, Pritchard! And what a save from Banzunu. That has kept us out big time. Again, like Moreno's chance against Bournemouth, we should be 1-0 up already, as this ball's going to come in the box. Campbell trying to win it. Sean Raggett away. It should be 1-0 to us, as Lucas Matheson experienced against League One sides. So he's doing a little bit decent in this start, as now it's down the line into Moreno. And Moreno, oh my day, you are paid 11 grand a week at a struggling Sunderland side, and you are not doing it. I mean, maybe if we could get money for him, it wouldn't be that bad. As now Luke 09 on the edge of the box right here. What a heavy touch. Quite terrible with that, as now Zambrano passes back to Moreno, runs straight into Scott Harness, as Harness is going to try and run himself, but it's straight into Burgess right there as well, as now Zambrano again. Tyrese Campbell is pointing behind the back line, and he's going to get on this. He's making good runs, is Campbell, in this formation. Still just struggling to get there ahead of Sean Raggett, as now the ball is just fizzed across to Joe Morrill. They've got the Luton Town midfield of him and Tunnicliffe, who we did have in our Grimsby save last year a lot. Big fan of him. It's now Jewett White with the ball out wide. Don't jinx me after I said that. Good. Thompson with a tackle, won it, as now Pritchard has Tyrese Campbell in front of him, but I'm going to keep on running with Pritchard. The defender's not coming across. He's not gambling on tackling Pritchard, as now the ball was threaded terribly. The final pass is always what lets us down, as that's surely handball, no? No, it isn't. 10 minutes of this first half to go. And it's going to be a ball through right here to John Marquis, and it's 1-0 to Portsmouth. We've been all over him. We've been absolutely all over him, and now we're 1-0 down. It's a good finish, to be fair, into the top bins. But we don't deserve that. Aberdinga, again, mate, you are starting to show a couple of cracks, I've got to say. His positioning wasn't the greatest at his near post, and that's finished by the ex-Doncaster man. Did not like him when I saw him play in real life. Very, very dirty player, but still, we've got to get back into it. He's got the goal, and there's nothing we can do about it. There's now Tyrese Campbell. I mean, we should be 1-0 up in these kind of games. I'm fed up of saying it as well, as Moreno puts a terrible ball in the box. And now it's going to be Marquis to pass it out as we've got 5 minutes left of this half. Don't let them get two, as now it's going to be Vincent passing it into Tunnicliffe. Chasing the ball like mad. And Scott Harness on the run right here down the wing as Matheson trying to come across. And Matheson with a good tackle. But that's going to be half-time straight away. 0-1 Pompey. Needs to improve a lot better than that. That was not a good first half at all. I thought it was, but just find ourselves 1-0 down after all that. Absolutely shocking. As they've even gone ahead and made some changes. As now it's Alex Pritchard in the middle. Passes this one off to Zambrano. Zambrano down the line into Moreno. And we're going to whip this in towards the mixer. And oh! Sean Raggett shooting at his own keeper. Wouldn't have minded them scoring a cheeky own goal. As now Zambrano down in the middle into Moreno. As Moreno needs to try and find an option out wide right here. And does. It's Matheson. Can he cross a lot better than Moreno? That's a good one into the front post. Robertson with an unconventional clearance, but they've still managed to keep the ball. I don't get it. If this were me, none of those passes would have gone to any player. Like that one would have not gone, as Loco 9 even loses back out on it. We can't keep the ball when we make a tackle, as now it's going to be this guy still running down the line right here. I think it's Curtis, is it? Yeah, it is. Roman Curtis into the middle into Quigley. Quigley into Marquis. It's into Hackett. It's Marquis again, and it's a big save, Babadinga. I don't get it. It was such good football from Portsmouth, as now Pritchard is going to come off for Embleton. Got to give a couple of players a rest at some point, as that headers straight back out to Quigley. Quigley around us right there. And how is Embleton not getting on that? That was an easy one to receive, as that's a back heel. Curtis tackled Zambrano with a pass out now to Tyrese Campbell, as Campbell is going to try and run down this wing right here. Can we get some support, please? There we go. It's on to Moreno, and Moreno trying to get past this guy right here. He's got a man at the back post in Vallejo, as it's 1-1. It's a good finish from the Frenchman. It's what we needed. A counter-attack, and finally a good cross from Moreno, as look at this. It's whipped into the back post just where I wanted it, and it's a good finish from the Shaqiri lookalike. Bang! Straight in the back of the net. Back in the game, as now Dominic Thompson, though, has been rounded. He's miles offside, is Marquis. Miles offside. So yep, there we go. The referees finally agreed with me. I got panicky there that it didn't actually go off for a little bit. As now, can we try and put a dampener on them? They've just scored to reply to our goal, but can we reply to theirs that didn't count? As Tyrese Campbell making a good run right there. It might fall to him. Sean Raggett with the header away. Can we get this one? Zambrano does. Just away from Campbell. Still kept alive right here is Elliot Embleton. It's down the line. It's Moreno who's going to get there first and whip one into the front post. Raggett away. These crosses that we just rack up in this game is amazing. And I mean the game on the whole. Every single game we just crossing and crossing. As 09 tries to keep away from there right there. I can't even speak, as now Valley dragged down. It's going to be a free kick in a good position. It's telling me to take Campbell off, but I'm not going to do that. Embleton stood over it. I mean, who has the best? Is it Zambrano? It looks like it's going to be Zambrano to take this, you know. Let's see what we can do with this guy right here. Just above the keeper right there. A lot of power. A bit of turn. Can he try and put this in? It's a good one. Too close to the keeper. I just needed a bit more curl on that one, as there's a ball through right here. It's John Marquis. On to Quigley. It's on to Morrill. And how is Curtis getting right side? And how is that going in? Oh, Luke Matheson, you are terrible at defending. Let him straight inside, and Roman Curtis scores the most undeserved goal of this whole save. Look at that. Gets shrugged off. And he loops it into the top corner. I don't understand how that's physically possible. 2-1 Pompey now, as we're going to get this straight out to Josh Bowler, who's just come onto the field. And what can Bowler do right here? He's going to cut inside, get a bit of a knock, but nothing given. As I don't trust them coming down this right-hand side. I don't trust Matheson to make a tackle, because that was horrific, wasn't it? Curtis Jones was, or not Curtis Jones, Roman Curtis was just allowed straight past him right there. And honestly, horrific defending as Marquis on a spin right there. Curtis with it again. And Matheson actually makes a tackle this time. As can he make a pass at the end of this? Can he just put that in the middle? He does. Zambrano onto Embleton. Embleton across into Valley. Valley's got Thompson making the run around. It's a good pass out. I don't know about crossing this one though, because it is a bit late on if it gets knocked out of the box. As that's a good pass. Should have been a good pass into 09, as they've even kept that in. Robertson, but Campbell with a tackle. It's going to go out of play. And it's going to be full time 2-1 Portsmouth. 23rd place have beaten us. How much faith do I have in this team after 23rd place beat us? Not any at all. In the progress assignment, what's this saying? Financially unlikely we'll hit the target. I mean, that's because of the salary increase, isn't it? But as manager rating's still high and we've made 11 million in profit. So please, I wish they could give me a rest on that, as we can't rest on that last game as well. We need to try and bounce back against Lincoln City. Oh, I hate saying that name. As these are in 22nd as well, and we do want to keep these in the relegation zone. As the team's fully fit again. Hopefully it can work this time though. So we'll go straight into it. We're at the Stadium of Light and we are after a result. And now Lincoln's team that have travelled to us. It's Sam Long in goal, TJ Ayoma, Adam Jackson, Lewis Montsma, Sean Ruman and Liam Bridcut, with Billy Brooks is at the whole team. Yeah, Sorensen. And then we've just got the attackers, Adalukan, Hopper and Scully. The only one I've heard of is Scully and Bridcut. So yeah, just two that I recognise, as this has got to be a good result right here. Just for me. Do it for me, Black Cats. Not even the league form this time. Let's forget about it. Forget that we're just lower mid-table literally all season long. And let's think about beating the Lincoln scum. So apologies to Lincoln fans. I mean, I'm sorry, not sorry. I am a Grimsby Town fan, so I'm going to try and beat you. As Zambrano with an early shot. Blocked straight away. As there's a ball over the top right here. And oh my days, Scully has a chance. Open net. Hopper scores. 7 minutes in. 1-0 down already. Same old, same old. Getting a bit bored of it, really. Straight away, they've just gone and scored. It's a ball over the top. Why is Lucas Matheson not marking his man? Why? And why is he going to get sold straight away in January? Well, that is why. Because I've just had it with him. It's been terrible the last couple of games. And again, if we're going to get literally a point that we've been scrapping for all the time. We didn't even get a point last time, I did. But if we can try and get one, I'd be happy right now, because once you're 1-0 down, it's really hard to come back, and we're always 1-0 down. As Campbell tries to switch the ball right there, but Sorensen with a tackle onto Hopper, tackled, but it still falls back to them. I've had enough of this. As Matheson, I mean, if there was a player running onto that and scored, I'd probably just sell him right here and after this game, but it's a good job there wasn't, as that header backwards wasn't a good one. But Valley on the ball right here, as we're going to try and get forward. It's 09. 09's got the overlap from Dominic Thompson. Thompson has the ball right out wide right here, so he needs to come back inside. Valley now onto Pritchard. Switched all the other way to the other side. 09. Can Matheson reply with his mistakes? No, he can't. Come quite close, but not close enough. At least that shot sparked a little bit of life, as we're defending from them, of course, right here. But we have kept the ball up. Never mind. Bridcut wins his header. We lose it straight away because we can't play a simple pass, can we? As now they've put one ball straight through the middle and we've ran straight past it. We're not even sprinting in the box. We can't get the ball off of him, as it still has to go to the keeper. This is horrific football. And it's just the mechanics, really, at the moment, I feel like. It's not the way I'm playing. As Matheson running forward right here. Just needs to put a clear pass into Campbell. And look at that touch, is terrible. And they're going to score from it. Of course they are. It's Topper who hits it. Doyle around the side. And Luke 09 to try and get this away, as we're going to look to go wide right there. We even had Pritchard so right in front of us when we made that pass. I don't know why he was stood in front of us, as that pass just reaches Campbell. It's on to Valley. Valley put that back through to Campbell. Tackled straight away, and we run away from the ball. We run away from it. As it's now a run down the wing for them as well. And it's Sorensen on the ball into Ruhan. Ruhan gives it back to Scully, and Scully's just completely turned us right there, as Matheson makes a tackle late on. Even though it's a minute past, they're still going to get to take the corner. Of course they are, as if they score this, I think I'm done. I think I'm actually done, as the header is won by them, even at the back post. And it's 1-0 to Lincoln at half-time. I mean, we are so slow. We are so bad, and we show no threat at all. I'm clutching at straws with Matheson's shots. I'm going to do one thing, and one thing only. I'm going to take slow build-up, because it's so slow, it's unreal. Hopefully that's a lot better, as now Burgess on the ball straight away in this second half. He gives it into Moreno, and I see Tyrese Campbell making a pointing run, and that is a great ball. It's Campbell against the keeper, and it's 1-1 straight away. Right, maybe it was a good choice to take that slow build-up off, because Tyrese Campbell gets us straight back in it. The main man in this team firing home. I mean, I'm not going to lie, Moreno's terrible for most of the game, and then he'll do something like that. What a ball it was. And it's drilled into the bottom corner past the keeper. Tom Long, I think it was. Or Sam Long. One of those. But not having a clean sheet for very much longer. I know, that was terrible, wasn't it? As now Sorensen Drills this across. We're going to make sure that we get the ball straight off them. And let's go for another one, shall we? Let's not sell for a point this time, or end up losing the game as Matheson come across. Come across, tackle Scully. Don't just let him do that. As now Campbell, another shocking touch at the edge of our own box this time. As Adelucan, he's got to be offside. Babadinga, the great save, and he was on. I don't know how at all because he was behind the defenders. But okay, as now Bishop with a run right here down this line. Puts one in the middle to Scully. Going to try and turn Babadinga. Easy save. Almost fouled his man as well in the process. As 09 on the ball right here as well. Giving one into Zambrano. And Zambrano out to Moreno. Can we cross one in? I mean, I haven't crossed this game much. I've been trying to build up play. But of course, when I go to cross, doesn't beat the first man as now Scully into Sorensen. Sorensen straight past us right there as Bridcut's going to give one on to Hopper. And they're getting forward, which I do not like to see. It's Adelucan with the ball in the middle to Hopper. Tackled, but still falls straight back to them. Bishop round this corner into Adelucan again. Bishop again. No, it's in the middle. It's turned and Babadinga has to save. It's so easy. It's unreal, though. 20 minutes left. And a corner ball as Embleton's come on for Moreno. That's the go-to swap. As Adelucan passes it shot to Scully. Thompson, please win that, as he does eventually. And Campbell, just give that in front of you to Pritchard. Let's try and run this, shall we? It's down the line into Valley, as Valley's got a bit of a run on right here. He's got the pace as well to beat his men. Still just maybe not the energy as he's falling to the ground for no reason. Embleton on the ball right here, putting a pass into Zambrano. Zambrano's going to find Elliot Embleton again, back in the middle. Zambrano onto Pritchard. Pritchard round the corner into Campbell. As we might have a chance to cross right here. It's a good ball in, headed away from Jackson. As Zambrano wins his header, but straight to Scully and now Sorensen. 8 minutes left again, and just hope we don't do what we did against Pompey. Because really, everything's gone our way in this game. It's just we haven't got a win again, as that's a good ball into Sorensen. No cut back. Bishop hits it. 09. I thought I had flashbacks to the last game right there, but good. They missed it, as now it's going to be Valley to run forward. I'm going to try and get this switch. If this doesn't work out, I'm going to be furious, but it does. Into Elliot Embleton. Good touches. Campbell at the back post. That's a good ball. Campbell has done it. We beat Lincoln, the team that I wanted to beat. It's a great header. It's scenes. It's a win. And it's a great ball from Elliot Embleton to give it to Tyrese Campbell to put it home for his brace and 3 points. Finally, we've waited all episode. It's come down to the last game, the 90th minute. Long should have done better, but the cross has worked. Tyrese Campbell, I love you. Sunderland 2, Lincoln 1. And it should be game over straight away, I think. Or maybe not. I think maybe half a minute left. I mean, they shouldn't do anything in half a minute. They're going to try and run it forward. Give it into Hopper. They've gone backwards. And there's the final whistle. At least it's not the same as Portsmouth. We had to come back from behind for that result. Now, we'll take it all day long. Even less possession, less passes, which is concerning. But I don't care. At least it's a win. That takes us to 16th, as teams have games in hand around us. But I'll take that, as that picture's not a flattering one, is it? Campbell just diving on the keeper, as we keep Lincoln in the relegation zone for now. Birmingham City, though, they were doing well when we were at Forest, weren't they? We played them in the playoffs. They are 8 points after, how many games was it? 17. I mean, we're still not halfway through the season, so we could go and push up the league, as we are on 19 points, and the bottom playoffs is 27. It's less than 10 away, and Nottingham Forest are in the playoffs now as well, so it looks like they've had a bit of luck since they got rid of us, but I don't care that much. I really don't, as I think that's going to be the end of the episode. We have a decent run in the next episode as well, which hopefully we can do well in, but we'll leave that for tomorrow. As thank you guys for watching this one right here. Like, comment, share and subscribe with the notification bell on as well, so you do not miss an episode in the future. As that has been it from me for today, and I hope to see you tomorrow to hopefully build on our 2-1 victory against Lincoln. Take care, in a bit, and peace.